Hey partner, today I'm gonna talk about the frustrating reality of AI implementations as it is proven by research. I've read a lot of comments under different YouTube videos and on Reddit where people kept asking the same question. Show me real cases, who's actually using AI automation on production, etc. So I was surprised because it seemed counterintuitive. How can such a great invention be so controversial? So then I started researching global reports. So McKinsey found only 1% of leaders call their companies AI mature, meaning AI is fully integrated into workflows. BCG reports that only 26% of firms have the capabilities to move beyond proofs of concept into real value, meaning 74% still struggle to scale AI. S&P Global Market Intelligence found that 42% of companies scraped most of their AI initiatives. On average, organizations report that 46% of AI proofs of concept are abandoned before reaching production. Other studies echo this trend. Some industry research estimates 80% of AI projects fail, and about 48% of AI projects make it into the production. So I tried to figure out what's the problem. I grouped my thoughts into reasons and solutions for each reason. So let's dive into these reasons and what you can do instead. So the reason number one is reversed logic of thinking. So people start in the wrong place. They build solution first and then desperately try to find a problem to solve. Think about like this. You wouldn't go to a doctor who immediately gives you the newest, most powerful drug, right? First, you start with symptoms, then tests, then diagnosis. Only then you go and get the right treatment. So the business works in the same way. The symptoms are the annoying, slow parts of the work. The diagnosis is understanding what's really causing the pain. And only after that, you look at the tools, including AI or not, for the best treatment. So diagnosis first, then the solution. And it might not even involve AI at all. So stop asking what cool things can be done with AI and start asking what's our biggest, most expensive, and most boring business problem. So in conclusion to this reason, AI is just a tool, very beautiful tool, it's very good, but not a solution in itself. So your first job is to find the pain, talk to people doing day-to-day work, and ask the questions like, what's the most boring, most repetitive part of the job? So if you have 5 extra hours a week, what would you do with this time, etc. These are real questions which will help you to identify the real problems. So watch how things are done manually, so the best problems are usually hiding in a plain sight. So I truly believe that's the reason number one why most of these projects never sees production and never sees real user. But it's not the only one problem. We have more. And the reason number two is blind faith in AI. So these projects are usually treated as a tech projects, right? Not a business projects. When boss hears about AI trend and gets this, shiny object syndrome, and gives an order. We need to do something with AI immediately. So the tech team gets a budget and builds something that looks amazing, maybe, but it doesn't stick. So yes, it gets rolled out, but adoption is very low. Why? Because the focus was on just using AI whatever it takes, rather than solving the problem in the best way. So AI becomes the default answer when it shouldn't be. In many cases, the problem could have been solved faster, cheaper, and more reliably with something much simpler, like automation scripts, some new processes, or even spreadsheet sometimes. Instead, companies just waste money, budgets, building something impressive, but gets disappointed. So the solution will be to ask what's the actual problem and is the AI the right tool to solve it. A few examples from real life. Example number one, inventory mismatch. Stock levels, they always don't match with the entries in the system, causing delays and missing orders, something like that. Not pretty. So what tells us AI temptation, AI desire? Let's build a model to predict inventory using supply chain patterns. So, but Wouldn't it be the better solution just to add barcodes, to scan them at key checkpoint and auto sync with ERP? So it's cheap, fast, reliable. Example number two, weekly reporting taking hours, something like that. So employees manually pull the data from 4 different tools into Excel for weekly updates. So what tells us AI temptation? So let's build LLM-based assistant, which will summarize the data, generate fancy reports, etc. But once again, we can use scheduled script or a simple BI dashboard like Superset or Metabase. It's much faster, scalable, easy to maintain. You can do whatever you want in there. You control the data, you control the dashboard, etc. And it does the job actually. And you don't have to spend tokens, right? So you get the idea. So match the tech to the job, not the other way around. And the reason number three is to expect production quality from an MVP. That's a pretty long road from MVP to a real product. And MVP might seem to work in a demo, but it will likely fail in production because demos use fake data and some ideal conditions. So real environments are messy, errors happen, edge cases happen. So a real AI tool, it should not only work with live data, it should be stable, it should be secure and very, very reliable. And it's very hard to reach that level. AI agents is like a fast track as a quick entry point to success, to MVP. But if you build a shiny MVP to impress clients, don't expect it to work the same in production. It's only halfway to success. So the other half is boring. It's security, it's prompt engineering, endless testing, real boring thing, and edge case handling, plenty of those. So that's why demo workflows, which everyone sharing, often useless because they might save you an hour, obviously, or give you an idea or inspire you. But real production workflows, they are much more complex and really complicated. I'll try to break it down in the next videos with something like that. So what are my conclusions, my thoughts on why most of the projects will never see their customers? Because to deliver real AI value, you shouldn't have to be tech genius, but you have to be problem finding genius. So stop chasing hype, start digging for frustration into your daily work. So the biggest opportunities, they are not that fancy and shiny. They aren't in some cool AI use case or something like that. They are in solving boring and repetitive, expensive problems that drain your team or the team of your client, and for which he will be willing to pay you. So here's my challenge to you. So this week, just stop asking what can I do with AI. Start asking what's the dumbest and most annoying task my team does. Measure it, find the pain, and then look at AI, or maybe not, or some other solution. So to help you start, I've created this channel. So ask your question below. We'll keep breaking down some practical, no hype strategies that actually move the needle in the business. So in the next episode, I'll show you exactly how to take one of these real boring problems and map out the solution, maybe with AI or not. So subscribe if you want these practical steps. So thanks for watching. Now go and solve a real problem.